So here's the one comparison video which you're probably not going to see anywhere else on YouTube or anytime in the future for that matter. So in this video I'll be doing a triple dash cam comparison, comparing the 70mm M200, the newly released Starvis 2 enabled budget dash cam, and pit it against the premium dash camera from 70mm, the 70mm A810, probably the finest 4K Starvis 2 enabled dash cam under the price bracket of 20,000. Also, to give you an even more detailed overview, I'll be showing you a non-Starvis 2 Full HD dash camera in the mix, so that you get a proper idea what the capability of the Starvis 2 is in the M200. So after you watch this entire video, you will have all the knowledge you need to make that informed purchase decision. You're watching Travel Tech, let's get started. So here's the first sample which I want you guys to take a look at. Now on top is the 70mm A810. In the middle you have a non-Starvis 2 Full HD camera, and on the bottom you have the 70mm M200. Now I'll be showing you the license plate readability of the car in the left, the Kia Seltos, which you can see on your screen. Now do note that in the A810 sample you can make out three things: the Seltos name on the left corner, the name of the state on the green colored line, that is the Karnataka state, and the name of the car company, that is Kia, at the bottom of the number plate. I mean, I don't even have to say this, that the number plate readability by itself is really excellent. In the middle sample, the non-Starvis 2 FHD camera, you cannot make out any of those. I mean, it's a 1080p camera, so it's completely understandable, but the number plate readability compared to the A810 is pretty much less. And if you compare it with the M200, again in the M200 sample you can sort of make out the name Karnataka in the green colored line, and you can sort of make out the Seltos name. Not entirely well, but hey, it's much better compared to the middle sample, although I cannot say the same about the Kia name. So overall, within these three, I think the A810 really stands out, followed by the M200, and then followed by the non-Starvis 2 FHD camera. Moving on to the next sample now, I have paused this video at a certain point to specifically show you how each camera catches the oncoming glare. I mean, if you compare the A810 and the M200, you can immediately make out that both of these cameras reduce glare to maximum extent. I mean, the A810 really gives a very polished look, and the M200 gives sort of a better look compared to the middle sample, which is the non-Starvis 2 FHD camera, which tends to catch a lot of glare because it doesn't have a Starvis 2 sensor. Moving on to the next sample now, I have specifically chosen this image in order to show you the number plate readability in the situations of getting glare from the front vehicle. Now in most of my videos I have shown you the number plate reads only from the rear of the vehicle, which was kind of not fair, I think. So I've started showing you the number plate reads also from the front vehicle, that is the vehicle which is moving towards the dash cam, along with the glare of its headlights. So let's move on directly and take a look at the number plate reads. The 4K Starvis 2 is really pulling up its muscles in this. You can make out the number plate in the A810 in spite of having glare, in spite of having such a low light condition. You can sort of make out the number plate. But in the middle and the third sample, the non-Starvis 2 FHD and the M200, both these cameras kind of give a whitewash look, and even the Starvis 2 in the M200 is not sufficient enough because of the lack of a 4K resolution to be able to capture the number plate in that situation. So this implies more or less that to make use of the maximum capability of the Starvis 2, it has to be coupled with a maximum possible resolution, that is 4K at the moment. Coupled with 1080p as in the M200, it has a good effect, but not as high as the one which comes with a 4K res. Moving on to the daytime sample now, in this specific example, the car in the front is at a pretty close range to my car, about a distance of 5 to 10 feet I guess. So let's take a quick look at the license plate read. So even in this comparison, the same results as we saw in the night samples are replicated, which means the A810 definitely stands out with its crystal clear number plate read. The M200 kind of gives off a painted appearance, although it also gives off a high contrast. In the middle sample, the non-Starvis 2 FHD sort of gives an equivalent result as the M200, with a slightly lesser contrast. So this is the kind of license plate readability which you're going to get in a 1080p camera at a close range. Let's move on a bit further and show you in this sample. Now, as you can see, the Tata Nexon at the front is about a distance of 20 to 25 feet away from my car. So I've selected this particular sample to show you what the kind of license plate readability will be at such a high distance for a 1080p cam. So putting the number plate read side by side, clearly the A810 is the winner here because of its 4K resolution. Coming to the 1080p resolution from both the M200 and a non-Starvis 2 FHD cam, they both give off a same, almost similar appearance, slightly higher contrast in the M200. So the point to note is that 1080p cameras perform the best only at a close range of 5 to 10 feet in terms of reading the number plate. At a range of beyond 10 to 15 feet, you cannot really be expecting a good number plate read from a full HD camera. Let it have a Starvis 2 or not, doesn't matter. You can only get good number plate reads above the distance of 10 to 15 feet only from a 4K camera, as shown in this example. Here's another sample wherein I want to show you the vehicle which is coming towards the dash cam, and also along with that has a smaller number plate compared to the regular sized rear number plates. Taking a direct look at the comparison, clearly the A810 tops this list with a better image result. The M200 and the non-Starvis 2 FHD dashcam both have sort of a similar read, with the M200 giving off a more brighter look among the two of those. Also, I do think that the M200 again gives off a slightly painted appearance. So this was a comparison in terms of its number plate readability in day and night conditions in both close range and far range. Let's move on and take a look at the overall video quality comparison. So on top, the 70mm A810 with its 4K 2160p res at a 30 frames per second, it has about 30 to 31,000 kbps bitrate and a 252 MB file size per minute. In contrast, the 70mm M200 has a 1080p resolution at 30 fps at a 12,000 kbps bitrate, about 100 MB of file size per minute. Any non-Starvis to Full HD camera will have similar specifications as I've shown, at a bitrate of about 10,000 kbps and a file size of about 70 to 80 MB per minute. So in terms of the overall video quality, the A810, along with having a wider field of view, gives off a very balanced and a very good looking video footage. The non-Starvis 2 FHD camera also does perform better during daytime. I mean, it has a good brightness and contrast levels in the overall video footage, where in the M200 I do see some extra brightness compared to the other dash cams. Coming to the nighttime video quality comparison, as you're seeing on the screen right now, the most significant difference which I do notice that the M200 gives off a more darker footage compared to the A810 or a non-Starvis 2 FHD. I mean, the blacks look more black in the M200. The regular FHD, that is a non-Starvis FHD, catches a lot of light, but the overall footage quality is kind of more well balanced in the A810 dashcam. And the only difference in the video quality, as I pointed out earlier, is the fact that the M200 gives off a more darker image compared to the other dashcams, but the rest of the video quality is pretty much the same. I mean, other than that, you won't be able to make out any other significant difference between the video qualities of these three dash cameras. So I hope this video has helped in clearing all your doubts regarding the capabilities of the M200, what are the areas where it works the best and what are the situations where it needs to cover up a bit more. So in case if you're interested in purchasing any of these dash cams, the 70mm M200 or the 70mm A810, go ahead, click on the purchase link in the description below and buy the camera for yourself. Also, if you do have any doubts or queries, do write that down in the comments and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. I hope this video has helped you out in making that right decision, and in case if it did, make sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and smash that like button. Also, don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you get notified each time I upload a new video. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.